What is going on? I might as well add this on to the list, I guess, my countdown to Kong Skull Island. So, this is a bonus movie in that countdown. Um, with that all being said, there will be spoilers in this video. So, if you have not seen this movie, that is your warning. So, that may be your cue to leave. Go see the movie for yourself. Now, I gotta say, for like, like when I heard that this movie was being made and that it's actually gonna be Godzilla, and with the marketing that they've used, like with the Comic Con trailer from like years back, where they made a trailer just just to promote the movie, just to set up just for Comic Con, where you see the destruction of Godzilla left, and then the last shot is him like in the debris, and then the camera pans up and we see his face. Well, we sort of see his, see him in the debris, but we don't really see him like you know what I mean, like where he's in the debris, but you see that it is him, and he roars, and it's epic. It is very epic, and I liked how discreet the trailers were when it got closer and closer. You weren't sure if it was gonna be humanity against Godzilla, or is Godzilla gonna fight another monster, or is it gonna be mixed, or if it's gonna be a little of both. Like, we didn't know what was gonna happen, really. I mean, like, um and it made and from the looks of the trailer, Godzilla was gonna be the one causing problems, pretty much. Like, and it was marketed very, very, very well. And when it got closer to its release date, and then there was that Asia trailer that was released, where they showed basically what to expect in the movie, as far as Godzilla's role in the movie and whatnot, and if he's gonna fight another monster. And it's been confirmed, like in that trailer, that other monsters will be in the movie, and Godzilla will fight them, and Godzilla will be basically the savior of the movie, rather than the antagonist. Like, what I mean, like, or the one that we have to fight against. But I would have been fine with either route, whether it was us fighting Godzilla or Godzilla fighting another monster, or if it was a little of both. I would have gone with a little of both. Like, where we're fighting Godzilla in the first half of the movie, and then this other monster comes into the picture, and then turns out to be a bigger threat, and then the only solution is to have Godzilla take him out, and just stand aside and let Godzilla do it. But turns out, these monsters are the problem of the movie, and Godzilla is the only solution. And and the way, like, in the marketing, when we hear Joe Brody, he's going off on, and he's just telling people that he knows that something's being covered up about his wife's death, and something is hiding out there. There's more to what they're saying. There's more going on there, and it's gonna basically, and basically humanity is in danger. And just hearing that alone, if you're not a Godzilla fan, that pulls you in, and that pulled a lot of people in who were not really into Godzilla movies. And when they finally do see it, some of them felt like it was a cop out, because that character ended up being killed, like maybe a half hour or so into the movie. And I mean, like, it didn't bother me to the point where I didn't want to watch it, but I was just like, okay, that's kind of a bummer. I kind of wanted him to be alive through, like, most of the movie, like and it turns out his son Ford Brody is basically the lead character in the movie. And you know how in the first Christopher Reeve movie, in the first Superman movie, where it started off with Marlon Brando, and you invest into his portrayal as Jor-El, and then he's out of the picture, and then we follow Kal-El growing up and becoming Superman through the rest of the movie, and Christopher Reeve carries the the rest of the movie throughout, and it's done really well. Well, here it is nothing like that. I mean, like, that does not happen from Joe Brody and Ford Brody. I mean, like, that, no, they don't have that dynamic. For me, it's not there. And what did carry the movie is basically Joe Brody and Serizawa, the one he really knows about Godzilla, and the monsters, and like the epic fights between Godzilla and the Muto creatures. And my only thing is, before getting all this confirmation, like, is Godzilla gonna fight another monster, and is he gonna have his atomic breath? And I was really hoping that he was going to, and it looked like from the marketing, and it looked like they could either go with it or not. And I was afraid that they wouldn't go with it. I'm like, please give him his atomic breath. I mean, like, it was such a letdown when they got that Jurassic Park ripoff of the first remake, and he has no atomic breath. That is not Godzilla whatsoever. And damn, I'd much rather have this movie, even though Godzilla was not in the movie that much. I would have preferred this a lot more than that movie, because at least we may not have seen Godzilla that much, but at least he's in the movie, and they're not trying to put his name there and fool you, like, no, we're doing something totally different with with Godzilla, and we're gonna make him into a totally different creature. But here it's actually Godzilla, and he's basically playing the role of the savior of humanity, and to the point where he's not hurting people on purpose, like and when the army is shooting missiles at him and stuff, he seems to not really fight back. He just sort of flees. He sort of flees the scene. You know what I mean? Like, where he just gets away from everybody, and he does not use his atomic breath that much. But I'm just happy that he used it at all. You know what I mean? But I would have added Godzilla. We should have had more of Godzilla and less of the Muto creatures. You know what I mean? Like 80% of Godzilla and 20% of the Muto creatures. But it was in reverse for me. For me, it was like that. But but still, even though the lead character, did not carry the movie well for me, and the supporting characters carried the movie a lot better, and the monsters, of course, carried the movie really well, even though Godzilla should have been in there a little bit more. But this is still a much more redeemable remake, reboot, whichever you want to call it. So with that all being said, I guess this deserves, I would give it, a fair 4 solid chair spins out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 chair spins. So yeah, and then like when there is going to be a sequel to it, and we were promised more Godzilla in that one. And they're gonna bring more creatures from the Godzilla universe into this sequel, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review on this movie, make sure you thumb up the video, and make sure you click subscribe if you're a newbie to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.